My narcissist mother slept with my husband and came back crawling with a ridiculous request. I'm Amber. I'm 32 years old. And the day I found out what my mother did, I was sitting in my kitchen drinking coffee that had gone cold an hour ago. My best friend Nicole was the one who told me. She showed up at my door at 7 in the morning, which should have been my first clue that something was catastrophically wrong. Nicole doesn't do mornings ever. We need to talk, she said. Her face was pale. I let her in. She sat down at my kitchen table and wouldn't look at me. That's when I knew. You know that feeling when your stomach just drops, like you're in an elevator that's falling. Just say it, I told her. It's about Daniel, my husband of 6 years, the man I'd met at a coffee shop when I was 24 and stupid enough to believe in soulmates. Nicole pulled out her phone. She showed me screenshots, text messages, photos. My brain couldn't process what I was seeing at first. It was like trying to read underwater. The woman in the photos with my husband was my mother, Patricia, 56 years old, recently divorced from her 4th husband, and apparently sleeping with mine. I threw up in my kitchen sink. Nicole held my hair back and cried with me. When I finally stopped heaving, I washed my face and sat back down. How long? I asked. 3 months, maybe 4. I'm sorry, Amber. I only found out yesterday. My cousin Stephanie works at that hotel downtown, the Riverside. She saw them checking in together last week. 3 months, 4 months. All those nights Daniel said he was working late. All those weekends my mother said she was visiting her sister in Portland. I called Daniel. He didn't answer. I called my mother. She didn't answer either. So I got in my car and drove to my mother's house. She lived 20 minutes away in a condo she'd bought with the divorce settlement from husband number 3. I had a key. I'd always had a key because she was my mother and that's what you do. I let myself in. They were both there, on her couch, drinking wine at 8 in the morning like it was normal, like they hadn't just destroyed my entire life. Amber, my mother said. She didn't even have the decency to look surprised. We need to talk. Daniel stood up. His face was red. Babe, listen, don't call me that, I said. My voice sounded weird, detached, like it belonged to someone else. My mother set down her wine glass. She was wearing a silk robe. Daniel was in jeans and a t-shirt I'd bought him for his birthday. Sit down, my mother said, like I was a child, like she was about to lecture me about leaving my dishes in the sink. Are you serious right now? I asked. Amber, you're being dramatic. It just happened. We didn't plan it. I laughed. It came out like a bark. You didn't plan it. For 3 months, you accidentally fell into bed with my husband dozens of times. Daniel moved toward me. I stepped back. Don't touch me. Don't ever touch me again. It's complicated, he said. No, I said. It's really not. I left. I didn't slam the door. I didn't throw anything. I just walked out and got back in my car. I drove to Nicole's apartment. She was already waiting for me. She'd made up her guest room. She had tissues and ice cream and a bottle of wine. Stay as long as you need, she said. I stayed 3 days. On the 4th day, I went to a lawyer. Her name was Jessica Chen, and she had a reputation for being ruthless in divorce cases. She listened to my story without interrupting. Then she smiled. I'm going to destroy him, she said. I liked her immediately. The divorce took 8 months. Daniel fought it. He wanted to keep the house. He wanted half my inheritance from my grandmother. He wanted to pretend like he hadn't thrown away 6 years of marriage for my mother. Jessica made sure he got nothing. During those 8 months, I didn't speak to my mother. She called. She texted. She sent emails. I blocked her on everything. My younger sister Rachel called me once. Mom wants to talk to you, she said. I don't care what mom wants, I told her. She says you're overreacting. Rachel, she slept with my husband. I know, but she's still our mother. I hung up on her too. The divorce was finalized in March. I got the house. I got my grandmother's inheritance. I got my life back. Daniel moved in with my mother. That lasted 6 weeks. Then he left her for a 24-year-old bartender named Crystal. Nicole called me when she heard. Karma is real, she said, laughing. I didn't laugh. I didn't feel anything. I'd spent 8 months being angry and hurt, and now I just felt empty. I threw myself into work. I was a graphic designer for a marketing firm downtown. I took on extra projects. I stayed late. I avoided going home because the house still smelled like Daniel sometimes. 6 months after the divorce, I met someone new. His name was Marcus. He was a photographer. We met at a gallery opening that Nicole dragged me to. He had kind eyes and he made me laugh, and he didn't remind me of Daniel at all. We took things slow. He understood that I was broken. He didn't try to fix me. He just existed next to me while I figured out how to be a person again. Marcus met my sister Rachel. He met Nicole. He met my coworkers and my friends, but he didn't meet my mother because my mother and I still weren't speaking. A year passed, then another year. I was 34. Marcus and I moved in together. We adopted a dog named Pepper. We went on vacation to Greece. We were happy, and then my mother showed up at my door. It was a Tuesday night in October. Marcus was out of town for a photography assignment. I was alone with Pepper, watching a documentary about unsolved mysteries. The doorbell rang. Pepper barked. I paused the TV and went to the door. My mother stood on my porch. She looked older, smaller somehow. Her hair was different, shorter, gray. Amber, she said. Please, I need to talk to you. No, I said. I started to close the door. She put her hand on it. Please, it's important. It's about your father. I froze. My father had left when I was 8 years old. He'd walked out one morning and never came back. My mother told us he didn't want to be a father anymore, that he'd started a new life somewhere else, that we shouldn't waste our time thinking about him. What about him? I asked. Can I come in, please? I shouldn't have let her in. I know that now, but she said it was about my father, and I'd spent 24 years wondering about him. I opened the door wider. She came in. She looked around. Nice place, she said. What do you want, Patricia? I didn't call her mom. I couldn't. She sat down on my couch without being invited. I need your help. My help. Yes, I'm in trouble. Financial trouble. I lost my condo. I lost everything. I need a place to stay. I stared at her. You showed up after 2 years of silence to ask if you can move in with me. You're my daughter. You slept with my husband. That was a mistake. I told you it just happened. We were both vulnerable and get out. Amber, please. I have nowhere else to go. Rachel won't return my calls. I don't have anyone. That's not my problem. You don't understand. I'm desperate. I need help. And I have information about your father. Information you deserve to know. You're lying. I'm not. I swear. Let me stay here. Just for a little while. And I'll tell you everything about your father. The truth. The real truth. I should have said no. I should have thrown her out. But I was 34 years old. And I'd spent my entire life wondering why my father left. 2 weeks, I said. You can stay for 2 weeks. And then you leave. And you tell me about dad. Everything. She smiled. It was her winning smile. The one she used when she got what she wanted. Thank you, honey. You won't regret this. I already regretted it. Marcus came back 3 days later. He was not happy when he found my mother living in our guest room. Amber, what are you thinking? He asked. We were in our bedroom with the door closed. She has information about my dad. So, she probably made that up to manipulate you. Maybe. But what if she didn't? He sighed. He pulled me into a hug. 2 weeks. That's it. And then she's gone. 2 weeks. I agreed. My mother made herself at home. She rearranged my kitchen. She criticized my furniture. She told me I needed to lose weight. She told Marcus his beard made him look homeless. She was exactly as I remembered. But she didn't tell me about my father. Every time I asked, she had an excuse. She was tired. She wasn't ready. She needed to organize her thoughts. After 1 week, I cornered her. Tell me now, I said, or get out. She was in my living room, watching reality TV. She muted it and looked at me. Fine, she said. Sit down. I sat. Your father didn't leave, she said. What? He didn't just walk out. I made him go. What do you mean you made him go? She looked at her hands. I was having an affair. Your father found out. He was devastated. He wanted to work on our marriage, but I didn't. I wanted to be with the other man. So I told your father if he didn't leave quietly, I'd make sure he never saw you or Rachel again. I felt like I'd been punched. You threatened him. I did what I had to do. He left. He tried to contact you girls a few times, but I intercepted the letters, the cards, the presents. I threw them all away. You threw them away. He stopped trying after a while. I don't know where he is now. I haven't heard from him in over 20 years. I stood up. My hands were shaking. You destroyed my relationship with my father because you wanted to be with some man. I was young. I made mistakes. Mistakes. You made me think my father abandoned me. For 24 years, I thought he didn't want me. I'm sorry. Get out. Amber, get out of my house. Now. Get your things and leave. She stood up. You're being unreasonable. I'm being unreasonable. You ruined my childhood. You lied to me for decades. You slept with my husband. And now you're calling me unreasonable. Where am I supposed to go? I don't care. That's not my problem anymore. Marcus came out of our bedroom. He'd heard everything. He looked at my mother with pure disgust. You heard her, he said. Leave. My mother grabbed her purse. You're both going to regret this. I'm your mother, Amber. You owe me. I don't owe you anything, I said. She left. She slammed the door behind her. I broke down. Marcus held me while I cried. I cried for the little girl who thought her daddy didn't love her. I cried for all those years I'd wasted feeling abandoned. I cried because my mother was a monster, and I'd spent 3 decades making excuses for her. The next morning, I started looking for my father. His name was Robert Mitchell. I hired a private investigator. It took 3 weeks. The investigator called me on a Thursday afternoon. I found him, she said. He lives in Seattle. He's remarried. He has 2 kids, teenagers. Did you talk to him? I did. I told him you were looking for him. He wants to meet you. He gave me his number. I saved the number in my phone. I stared at it for 2 hours before I called. He answered on the second ring. Hello? His voice. I remembered his voice. Deeper than I expected, but it was him. Dad? My voice cracked. It's Amber. He started crying. I started crying. We cried together over the phone like idiots. I'm so sorry, he said. I tried to find you. I tried to stay in your life, but your mother made it impossible. And then I thought maybe you were better off without me. I thought I was just causing more pain. She lied, I said. She told us you didn't want us. That's not true. That was never true. I wanted you every single day. I missed you every single day. We talked for 3 hours. He told me about his life, his wife Jennifer, his kids, my half-siblings, a boy named Tyler who was 17 and a girl named Emma who was 15. They want to meet you, he said, if you want to meet them. I do, I said. I really do. I flew to Seattle the next weekend. Marcus came with me. My father picked us up at the airport. He was older, but I recognized him immediately. He had my eyes, or I had his eyes. He hugged me and didn't let go for a long time. His wife Jennifer was wonderful. Tyler and Emma were shy at first, but warmed up quickly. We spent the weekend getting to know each other. It felt like coming home to a place I'd never been. On Sunday night, before Marcus and I flew back, my father and I sat on his back porch. I want you in my life, I told him. I want to make up for lost time. Me too, he said. I never stopped loving you, Amber. Not for one day. I know that now. He hesitated. Your mother, how is she? She's not my mother anymore, I said. She's just Patricia, and she's out of my life for good. He nodded. I'm sorry you had to grow up with her. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you from her. You didn't know, I said. She's good at hiding what she really is. Marcus and I flew home. I felt lighter, like I'd been carrying something heavy my entire life, and finally put it down. 3 months passed. I talked to my father every week. I visited Seattle twice more. Tyler and Emma called me their sister. Jennifer treated me like a daughter. My sister Rachel called me one day. Mom told me what happened, she said. Which part? I asked. All of it. About Dad. About her kicking him out, about the threats. Is it true? Yes. Rachel was quiet for a long time. I don't know what to say. I can't believe she did that. Believe it, I said. She's capable of anything. Have you talked to Dad? I have. He wants to meet you too, if you're ready. Rachel started crying. I thought he didn't want us. He did. He does. She took that from us. Rachel flew to Seattle with me the next month. It was emotional. There was a lot of crying, but it was good crying, healing crying. Our father told us stories about when we were little, about how Rachel used to sing herself to sleep, about how I used to collect rocks and hide them in my pockets, about how much he loved being our dad. She took 24 years from us, Rachel said. I'll never forgive her for that. Me neither, I said. Life moved on. I got promoted at work. Marcus proposed. I said yes. We planned a wedding for the following summer. My father was going to walk me down the aisle. Tyler and Emma were going to be in the wedding party. Jennifer helped me pick out my dress. I was happy. Really, truly happy. And then 6 months before my wedding, my mother showed up again. It was April. I was at work when the receptionist called my desk. There's someone here to see you. She says she's your mother. Tell her I'm not available. She says it's urgent. She says she's sick. I closed my eyes. Send her back. My mother came into my office. She looked terrible. Thin, pale, dark circles under her eyes. Amber, she said. Thank you for seeing me. What do you want, Patricia? She sat down without being invited. I'm sick. Really sick. I have cancer. Stage 4. It's in my liver and my lungs, and they can't do anything about it. I felt nothing. No sympathy. No sadness. Nothing. I'm sorry to hear that, I said. My voice was flat. I don't have long. Maybe 3 months. Maybe 6. I'm in hospice care. Okay, I need to ask you something. A favor. No. You don't even know what I'm going to ask. I don't care. The answer is no. She leaned forward. I want to make amends before I go. I want to apologize to you and Rachel. I want to see your father one more time. I want to explain. I want to make things right. I laughed. I couldn't help it. Make things right. You can't make any of this right. I can try. Please, let me try. I'm asking you to set up a meeting. You, Rachel, your father, and me. One last time. So I can apologize. So I can tell you all the truth. You had 24 years to tell the truth. I know. I know I was terrible. I know I hurt you. But I'm dying, Amber. Please don't let me die without making peace. That sounds like a you problem. Her face crumpled. How can you be so cruel? I'm your mother. You stopped being my mother a long time ago. Please, I'm begging you. I have nothing left. No money. No home. No one who cares if I live or die. You're all I have. You and Rachel. You did that to yourself. I know I did. But please, give me one chance. One meeting. That's all I'm asking. And then I'll leave you alone forever. I looked at her. She was pathetic. Broken. Dying alone because she'd pushed everyone away. And I felt absolutely nothing. I'll talk to Rachel, I said. And Dad. If they agree to meet you, fine. But I'm not promising anything. Thank you. She whispered. Thank you, Amber. She left. I called Rachel that night. I told her about the visit. What do you think? Rachel asked. I think she's manipulating us one last time, I said. Probably. But what if she's actually dying? Then she's dying. That doesn't erase what she did. I know. But do we want to live with not giving her a chance to apologize? I sighed. Call Dad. See what he thinks. Rachel called him. He didn't want to see her. He said he'd forgiven her years ago for his own peace. But he had no interest in hearing her excuses. But if you girls need to do this for closure, I'll be there, he said. We set up the meeting. Neutral territory. A coffee shop downtown. The following Saturday at 2 in the afternoon. Marcus thought I was crazy. Why are you doing this? He asked. I don't know. I said honestly. Maybe I need to see her one more time. Maybe I need to hear what she has to say. Maybe I just need to look her in the eye and tell her exactly what I think of her. Just don't let her manipulate you again. I won't. Saturday came. Rachel and I got there early. We sat at a corner table and ordered coffee we didn't drink. Our father arrived next. He looked nervous. I haven't seen her in 26 years. He don't have to do this, I told him. Yes, I do. For you girls. My mother arrived 15 minutes late. She was in a wheelchair. A nurse was pushing her. She looked worse than she had at my office. Skeletal. Like death was already halfway finished with her. The nurse wheeled her to our table and left. Thank you for coming, my mother said. Her voice was weak. None of us responded. She looked at our father. Robert, it's been a long time. Patricia, you look well. Happy. I am. I'm glad. She turned to Rachel and me. You girls are beautiful. Both of you. Don't. Rachel said. Don't do that. Don't try to make this pleasant. Say what you need to say. My mother nodded. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything. I was a terrible mother. I was a terrible wife. I was selfish and cruel. And I destroyed our family because I only cared about myself. You're right, I said. You did. I know. I've had a lot of time to think about it. About all my mistakes. All the pain I caused. Is that it? Rachel asked. You're sorry? That's your big apology? No. There's more. There's something I need to tell you. Something you deserve to know. Here it comes, I thought. Another manipulation. Another lie. Your father, my mother said, looking at me and Rachel. He's not your biological father. The world stopped. What? Rachel's voice was barely a whisper. Robert didn't know. I never told him. But he's not your biological father. Either of you. My father's face went white. What are you talking about? I was having an affair before I married you. I got pregnant. With Amber. I didn't tell you. I let you think she was yours. And then Rachel came along 2 years later. Also not yours. You're lying, I said. I'm not. I'm dying. What reason do I have to lie now? Then who? Rachel asked. Who's our father? His name was David Hart. He was a lawyer. Married. He ended things when I got pregnant with Amber. I never told him about either of you. My father stood up. His chair scraped against the floor. You let me raise 2 children for 8 years thinking they were mine? Yes. And then you threw me me out. You threatened me. You kept me from seeing them. And they weren't even mine? No. He looked at me and Rachel. His face was full of anguish. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Dad, I said, sit down. I'm not your dad. Yes, you are. Biology doesn't matter. You're my father. You raised me. You loved me. That's what matters. She's right, Rachel said, crying. You're our dad. Always. My father sat back down. He was crying too. I looked at my mother. Why are you telling us this now? Because I wanted you to know the truth. Because I wanted to hurt you one more time before I die. The words hung in the air like poison. She smiled. It was her old smile. Cold. Victorious. You thought I wanted to apologize? To make amends? I don't care about any of you. I never did. I just wanted to destroy whatever relationship you'd rebuilt with Robert. I wanted to take that from you. Just like you took everything from me. We didn't take anything from you, Rachel said. You abandoned me. You left me to die alone. So now you know the truth. Robert isn't your father. He's just some man who raised another man's children. And that's all he'll ever be. She motioned to the nurse who was waiting by the door. The nurse came over and started wheeling her away. Wait, I said. The nurse stopped. I stood up and walked over to my mother. I leaned down close to her face. You want to hurt us? I said quietly. You want to take our father from us. It won't work. Because he is our father. He chose to be. He stayed when you drove him away. He came back when we found him. He loves us. And we love him. And nothing you say can change that. I straightened up. You're going to die alone, I continued. Not because we abandoned you, but because you spent your whole life pushing away everyone who tried to love you. You're going to die knowing that you destroyed every relationship you ever had. And we're going to be fine. We're going to be happy. Because we have each other. And we have dad. Our real dad. My mother's smile faltered. Goodbye, Patricia, I said. I hope you find whatever it is you're looking for in whatever comes next. I walked back to the table. Rachel stood up. My father stood up. We walked out together. My mother called after us. Amber, Rachel, wait. We didn't wait. We left her there, in that coffee shop, with her nurse and her wheelchair and her poison. Outside, my father pulled us both into a hug. I love you girls, he said. Nothing changes that. Nothing ever will. We love you too, Dad, Rachel said. We know you're our father, I said. We've always known. We stood there on the sidewalk hugging, while people walked past us. Eventually we pulled apart. We wiped our eyes. We smiled at each other. Ice cream? My father suggested. Ice cream. Rachel and I agreed. We went to the ice cream shop 2 blocks away. We got big sundaes with too many toppings. We sat outside in the spring sunshine and talked about good things. About my wedding. About Rachel's new job. About Tyler's baseball season and Emma's art show. We didn't talk about my mother. She died 3 weeks later. Rachel got the call from the hospice. They needed someone to claim the body. Do you want to go? Rachel asked me. No, I said. Do you? No. We paid for a basic cremation. We didn't have a funeral. We didn't spread her ashes anywhere meaningful. The funeral home kept them. I felt nothing when she died. No relief, no sadness, no guilt, just nothing. Marcus asked me if I was okay. I'm fine, I said. She was already dead to me. My wedding was 2 months later. It was perfect. My father walked me down the aisle. Rachel was my maid of honor. Tyler and Emma gave readings. Jennifer cried happy tears. Daniel wasn't invited. Neither was my mother, obviously. Nicole caught the bouquet. She started dating someone new 3 weeks later. Marcus and I honeymooned in Italy. We ate too much pasta and drank too much wine, and made love in a villa that overlooked the ocean. When we got back, there was a letter waiting for me. It was from a law firm in Portland, my mother's estate. I almost threw it away without opening it, but Marcus convinced me to read it. Inside was a letter from my mother's lawyer. She'd left me something in her will, a safety deposit box key. The lawyer's letter said the box contained documents my mother wanted me to have. It's probably empty, I said. Or full of more lies. Maybe, Marcus said. Or maybe it's important. You should check. I went to the bank the next day. Rachel came with me. The box was small. Inside was a manila envelope. I opened it. Inside were letters, dozens of them, all addressed to me and Rachel, all from our father, all from the years after he'd left. Birthday cards, Christmas cards, letters telling us he loved us, letters saying he missed us, letters begging my mother to let him see us. 24 years of letters our mother had stolen from us. There was also a letter from my mother, written in shaky handwriting. Recent. I unfolded it. Dear Amber and Rachel, it said. I lied about David Hart. Robert is your biological father. I made that up to hurt you. I wanted you to feel the pain I felt, but I'm giving you these letters because even I know that was too far. Robert loved you. He always loved you. I took that from you and I'm sorry. Not sorry enough to make up for what I did, but sorry. Patricia. Rachel and I sat on the floor of the bank vault and read through all the letters, every single one. Our father had never stopped trying, never stopped loving us, and our mother had kept it all from us. She really was a monster, Rachel said. Yeah, I agreed. She really was. We took the letters to our father that weekend. He cried when he saw them. I thought you girls forgot about me, he said. I thought you didn't care. We never forgot, I said. We never stopped loving you. She just made us think you'd stopped loving us. Never, he said. Not for 1 second. We spent the afternoon reading the letters together, remembering, grieving for the time we'd lost, but also celebrating the time we'd found, because we had each other now, and we had the truth, and my mother, wherever she was, couldn't hurt us anymore. 6 months after my wedding, Rachel got engaged. 2 months after that, I found out I was pregnant. Marcus and I named our daughter Rose. My father held her in the hospital, and cried again. I miss this with you girls, he said, but I get to be here for this. That's a gift. Rose is 2 now. Tyler graduated high school. Emma is is learning to drive. Rachel's wedding is next month. My father is going to walk her down the aisle too. We have Sunday dinners at his house every week when we're in Seattle. Jennifer makes pot roast. Tyler tells bad jokes. Emma shows us her latest paintings. Rose runs around chasing their dog. It's loud and messy and chaotic. It's family. The real kind. The kind you choose. The kind that doesn't give up on you. Sometimes I think about my mother. About all the years she wasted being cruel. About how she died alone because she couldn't let herself be loved. I don't feel sorry for her. I don't miss her. But I'm grateful in a strange way. Because her cruelty led me to find my father. Her final attempt to hurt us gave us back all those letters. All that proof that we were loved even when we didn't know it. She wanted to destroy us. Instead, she gave us exactly what we needed to heal. And that's its own kind of poetic justice. Last week, Marcus found me looking at one of the old letters from my father. One where I was 6. And he was telling me about taking me to the zoo. "You okay?" Marcus asked. "Yeah," I said. "I'm good. I'm really good." And I meant it. Because I had Marcus. I had Rose. I had Rachel. And my father. And Jennifer. And Tyler. And Emma. And Nicole. And a life full of people who actually loved me. My mother tried to take everything from me. But in the end, I got everything she never could. I got peace. I got family. I got love. Real love. The kind you don't have to manipulate or lie or sleep with your daughter's husband to try to keep. The kind that stays. And my mother died never understanding what that felt like. So when people ask me if I forgave her, I tell them the truth. I didn't forgive her. I don't need to. Forgiveness is for people who deserve it. She doesn't, but I'm happy anyway, and that's the best revenge of all.